Hey guys, welcome back. I hope everyone is being safe and doing really good with this virus that's out here. As you can see, I'm doctoring on the girls, trying to get them right, trying to practice on my cuticle area so they're not polished right now because I filled them. And then I went around the cuticle area, but I'm going to get up in the morning and touch up some areas that I see look like it may begin to lift or that I didn't get enough acrylic around the cuticle. So that's what I'm doing with these if you're wondering. I have a Say It With Your Chest video, and hopefully while we're all sitting at home quarantined in, we can really think about it, talk about it, home in on some things that have happened to us and help this young lady out. So she says, I am currently a junior in college and I have been experiencing rough times with people, specifically trusting female friends and learning how to decipher who is for me and who is just there just to be there. Number one, she wants to know how to tell whether a girl is jealous of you or not. Number two, how to tell if someone is truly your friend or just being nice for the moment. Number three, learn how to cut people off without feeling guilty about it. Number three, I feel like I've mastered so very well, but it takes a while to get there. If you guys have been to college, I have been to college, but not staying on campus. But I learned this very own in high school. A lot of us do learn this in high school, especially if you don't go to school with siblings or people you know or relatives. You learn this very own. So this is very hard. And I have two girls myself, and one of them did really good. And the last one, baby girl, did not do too good. She didn't do too good with the whole friend area, the whole friendship area. She's still not doing too good with the whole friendship area. She doesn't have a lot of friends. She's not one of those people that she's like me. I don't have a best friend from high school. I don't have a lot of friends from high school. I don't have friends from high school that I still communicate with and talk with or whatever. The other daughter that I have in Tallahassee that graduated from FAMU, tons of friends. She's still friends with some of the girls from high school. She's still friends with her FAMU friends. When she comes home to visit, like she's always like, oh, I'm going to dinner with this person. I'm going to breakfast with that person. I'm going over here. And she just figured it out. Did she have some friends she had to cut loose and let go? Yes. But she did very good with it. Baby girl, not so good. I did good with it. I don't have a lot of friends. I have one best friend that happens to be my cousin's wife, if that counts. But she was my best friend before they got married. But I met her through him. Okay. I am prejudged. So it was very hard for me to make friends because I was quiet, but I was prejudged as whatever I was prejudged as. Girls just didn't take to me or didn't like me. But it wasn't that I was being stuck up. It wasn't that I was being rude or anything. I wasn't a people person. I was very quiet. Once you get to know me, I'm like probably the coolest down to earth person, have your back type of person you'll ever meet. But they never tried to learn that part of me. It was just, oh, look at her. Oh, she thinks y'all that. Okay, forget her. We don't like her. You know, I went to high school with a cousin and a sister. And my sister on my dad's side, one of my sisters on my dad's side, actually graduated with me. We went through all of high school together, went to prom together. I went to prom with my sister and my cousin. All of us in same age, same grade, everything. So we were the three. But when it came to friends, I didn't have many because they prejudged and didn't take a chance to get to know me. But through different situations, work situations, through my girls, I can tell you it is very hard to tell whether a girl is jealous of you or not unless they make it absolutely obvious. So you're not going to be able to tell whether a girl is jealous of you or not until it's too late. If you have a girl that is in your clique, but she always making a slick comment, or she always make a comment and you kind of, if you have to think about, was that for me? If you have to think about like, was that a jab, or the comment she said was relatable to something you've been through or something you told her or whatever, she's jealous. She's not for you. If you have someone that every time y'all go out, she got a comment on your clothes. Now, it's one thing for me to say, look, that outfit is not appealing for you. Put on a belt, change the shoes, change the shirt. I'm just trying to look out. I don't want you walking out the door looking any kind of way. But if you have a girl that's just always like picking or throwing slick shade towards you. She may not be jealous of you. She probably just really don't care for you, but she hanging with you because the other girls hanging with you. She ain't gonna be for you. Um, if you find out that there's a certain group of friends, this is what irks me, and this is what I didn't like. Y'all all get together for drinks, but I wasn't invited. Or everybody linked up and met up for something, but oh, it was spur of the moment. We didn't call you because of such and such and such. Start rethinking those particular girls and those particular friends and why they're leaving you out of certain events. Okay. Um, it is hard to tell if someone is jealous of you if they don't make it obvious, if they don't make it known. You have to watch females. I never carried around a lot of female friends because I feel like you have to watch them too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was me, my sister, and my cousin. I did have two or three other friends that was cool. I have some high school friends that I was cool with that now that Facebook has come out, I found them and we straight and we always was straight and we never had a problem and we still cool. So it is very hard to find genuine. I feel like guys find more genuine friends than females. Baby girl, her problem was she will see a high school friend in the store and they'll act like they don't remember her or they didn't see her or she'll speak and they didn't speak back, and that hurts her feelings. Um, and stuff like that. So it's very hard. You are in college. You're in college. So if you're staying on campus with these girls, it should be a little bit easier for you to tell if they're jealous or not. I don't trust nobody until they earn my trust. That's just me. I've been burnt enough. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I do. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like if you come to me and you say, girl, don't fool with her, she'll stab you in the back. I'm not gonna cut her off, but I'm gonna be cautious and pay attention so I get cut and not stabbed. Okay? Um how to tell if someone is truly your friend. See, this said with your chest is kind of hard because these things, you know what? I got it. It's like a man. It's like a relationship. A lot of times in these relationships, we see signs. We see things. We even see things we don't like. Things we probably really don't care to put up with. Things we don't want him to do. But we stick around. Knowing we really didn't like that. So when it comes to these females, pay attention. If they start doing things you don't like, things that make you uneasy, things that seem like it's slick shade towards you, you missing out on meeting up in the cafeteria, meeting up in the library, pay attention. Now, what I would suggest first is if you feel like somebody is truly your friend, if you feel like y'all are truly close and y'all friends and y'all came from high school together there or you've known them since your first year that you got there, I would pull that person aside or go to lunch with that person or coffee in the morning, breakfast. And I would let them know how I'm feeling. Like, listen, I'm feeling some type of way. Yeah, Reem?
Do we have a curfew?
I have to look. I know it was 12.
Oh, okay. I was just asking.
You got a curfew.
I'm not talking about me. I was talking about the
Quarantine?
Yeah.
It is 12. I'll probably watch the news to see, but I think we're on 12 so far.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all. She gonna get slapped. So what I was saying was, if you feel like somebody is truly your friend or you thought they were truly your friend, I would pull them to the side in some type of way and express that I'm feeling some type of way. And if they're truly your friend, they're going to be like, okay, I really wasn't trying to make you feel that way. I'm so sorry you took it that way. Seriously, like, I value our friendship. I'll make sure to look out. Because one thing about it, just like in relationships, people cannot read your mind or don't know how you feeling. And you cannot assume that a person knows how you feel, because they may not necessarily know that they're making you feel a certain way. They may not know that you took something a certain way. So you have to let them know. You will find out also then if they were genuine or not. You're definitely going to find out. because they're either going to brush it off and act like your feelings don't matter and act like you're making a big deal out of it, and then it's going to get carried back to the group, and you will know that that person right there ain't for you. Also, that's another thing. I hate to jump around, but if you're saying stuff to just one or two girls out of the five, let's say it's five girls, and there's just these two girls that I really confide in and I really, really talk to out of the five. Five of them, we all hang together, but there's two that I share stuff with. If you notice that stuff starting to get back to the other girls in the group, like on the Housewives of Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop, where we talking and it's carried back to the other girls, let them know you don't like it. If it continues to go on, you do one or two things. You don't tell them nothing, none of your business, no nothing, or you cut them off. Now, to your third question of how to cut them off without feeling guilty. When you first cut them off, when you first start cutting people off, you will feel guilty. If you're a good person. If you're a good person. Then, I don't want to say you'll get used to it, but you'll have to learn to put your feelings aside. I'm that type of person that my husband will tell you that things will bother me. It will bother me how somebody did me. Like, I have a close friend from when I lived in Georgia, and I have reached out to her on all social media. I have texted her. She was one of my closest friends in Georgia, one of them, and besides my nail girl and stuff like that. And she has not responded and will not respond. And I even talked to her once I got here for a minute, and then everything stopped. And yes, my feelings are hurt, but there's nothing more I can do. I've reached out to her on Facebook. I've reached out to her on Instagram. I have texted her. I even went in her fiance's inbox and was like, please, if I did something, tell her to contact me. I don't know or whatever. I'm thinking we better than this, but nothing. After a while, you will get used to learning to pray for people and leave it be. A lot of things are going to be out of your control. There are going to be things that you cannot control. And there are also going to be people that you cannot control. And if this helps you, try to remember, some people come into your life for a season and for a lesson. That's relationships and friendships. Not everybody is meant to be in your life forever. Some people come in your life to teach you something, to show you something. Okay, but they're not meant to be there forever. So while you may feel bad about it, one thing I tell myself is, if I know I was in the right and I didn't do nothing wrong, and I know that I tried all I can try, whatever, then I don't feel bad about it. So if there's somebody that's crossed you, wronged you, if you tried to make it right, if you see that y'all just cannot be friends, it's just not gonna work. I'm the type of person too. I do the 3-strike rule. I do. Nobody else has to do it. I do the 3-strike rule. I will give you 3 strikes and then you are completely out. And once I cut you off, and my husband he always tells me I cannot be like this, but I'm like this for a reason, because I'm very genuine. Once I cut you off, you're cut off. 90% of the people that get cut off by me will not come back in my space. And family members too. I've told y'all this before. I've cut off family members to you in Walmart on the food side, and I'm in Walmart on the body wash side, and I'm just throwing my hand up and going on to the register out the door. We don't even need to have a conversation and say, hey, cuz, how it's been, how you doing, how the kids. We don't need to do that. But that's once you get to strike 3 with me. So I will tell you this. Follow your instincts. Pray about it. If you need to cut somebody off, do not feel bad about it, because if you have tried everything that you could try to be their friend and be nice, and you haven't wronged them in any type of way, then you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And sometimes we feel like, oh my God, I'm not going to have no friends. God dang. Well, you know what? Have associates. Just have associates. Don't get so super close to anybody but your best friend. Have associates where if these girls have a birthday dinner, you'll be invited. If there's a get together or party, you'll be being invited. But they not finna come over here and sit on the couch with you and drink wine and watch TV. That's what we all want, but for some reason we can't get it. It saddens me. Like I tell my husband sometimes, I have, like I said, one best friend It's actually my cousin's wife. And I wish sometimes I had two or three. You know, I just really wish sometimes I had two or three to stop by the house or go over their house or to go to Chili's and just have happy hour. It could be once a month. Sometimes I just wish I had somebody once a month because me and my best friend don't even do that. We used to, but I don't know what happened, but we're still best friends. We still talk almost every day and see each other. Maybe work and kids and all of that stuff get in the way, but once a month, like, hello, you know. And it's sad that we cannot do that because us as women are constantly pulling each other down. We're constantly trying to be better than the other one, pulling each other down, spreading a rumor, spreading a lie, being envious to the point where it just doesn't get that way. And I sometimes envy girls that, like my sister, the one that's a nurse. She has so many friends, but you know what? I think she has so many associates. And she does travel nursing, but when she comes home, she's like, I gotta meet so and so over here. I gotta meet so and just like my daughter. But maybe that's the way to have it. Maybe the way to have it is distant associates where when you come around, then it's like, hey girl, let's meet up at Chili's and catch up. Hey girl, let's meet up at Brew's Room and catch up. And then you going on about your business. And maybe that's less stressful. We're sitting around here trying to have all these close friends and close girlfriends, and nobody means you any good, and then we stressing ourselves out. So, if you don't already have a best friend, hopefully you can find one. If you have a group of girls that you do a study group with, or y'all meet up in the cafeteria, or whatever it is, keep that. But the way you keep down the confusion of the gossiping, the jealousy, the problems with cutting them off is don't get personal. I learned in Georgia, one girl burnt me. And I learned from then that the only person I would tell my personal business to is my sisters. Never again my friends. My associates at work, okay, you're in college. My associates at work, yeah, we may go to lunch from time to time. Yeah, we talk at work, but I keep it that. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's too hard. So I know this was confusing. Hopefully somebody down in the beauty bar below can give you some tips as well. But all I can say is just watch your surroundings. Watch for those clues that kind of tell you something's not right. If it's a true, genuine friend that you care about, that you've been friends with for years, try to talk to them and make it work and let them know how you feel. But if these are just college friends, I would try to keep it as like college associates and stuff until they grow up a little bit more. Because just because a person's in college and out of high school and stuff like that don't mean that they've done any growing. They could be bringing that high school mentality right over to college. Doesn't mean they've done any growing. So definitely keep your eyes open. Don't feel bad about cutting anybody off. And I know this won't happen right away, but you'll come around. Don't feel bad about cutting anybody off after you have tried everything or you have not done anything wrong. Then don't feel bad about it. Just think of it as the universe is moving that person out of the way so somebody that means you well can move in. Okay? You have my inbox, girl, if you have any other questions. If I tell you what, if you have a specific scenario that you just want me to answer, inbox it to me, like a specific scenario, and I could tell you pretty much whether it's shade or jealousy or what. You can inbox me, but it's very hard with females because a lot of times, like, baby girl, you think that you have all of these friends and you come to find out that you don't. And that's a hurtful situation. But it happens. And you're in college. So it happens. But don't let them stop your hustle. Don't let them stop your hustle. You keep moving and going for whatever degree you're going for. Do you. Okay? Do you, and don't let them stop your hustle. All right, you guys, let's give this girl some advice. I know some of y'all have been through some things and can help a sister out. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And if you have something you want me to talk about or say it with your chest, you can remain anonymous. And we're here to help. No bullying, no bashing. Anything I see on here that is rude or bullying or bashing, I will take care of and delete and block. So we are here to lift each other up, male or female. And we are here to help. Thank you all for watching. Everybody stay safe, and I hope to see you in the next video.